Good evening. In our news bulletin for tonight, Niue has confirmed cases of dengue fever and the Public Health Division have plans in action to contain the situation. The new Deputy New Zealand High Commissioner has arrived to take up his new post. A Niue girl returns home with the hope of setting up a gym and sharing new fitness routines with the community. Niue has been placed on a dengue alert following confirmation from the Niue Health Department that there are positive cases of dengue fever that were identified on Tuesday this week. This is not the first time the island has been on dengue alert, with an outbreak in 2012 that infected more than 100 people, with one fatality, and another case last year that was confined to just one person. There are now 4 confirmed cases originating from the village of Tuapa, and swift action has been taken to contain the situation.
Already on Tuesday, our mosquito prevention team have gone out and sprayed the affected area, which is Tuapa village, in the afternoon, and they will be repeating the spraying program 7 days after Tuesday afternoon. So the team have also done a target spraying program, targeting the areas of which the dengue fever cases had gone and visited in the past. Yep, and they have also, up until yesterday, they've also covered the schools as well as the Justice Department, and they will be continuing with their program this morning up at the village of Mutalo, and they will be completing the whole island hopefully by the end of next week, weather permitting.
There are 4 types of dengue fever, and the next step would be to identify the strain that is present here in Niue. Blood samples have been taken from all 4 patients that have tested positive and will be sent to a lab in Wellington tomorrow to identify which strain is present here on the island. That will assist health officials to identify the possible origins of what is believed to be an important case of dengue that has now reached Niue. As part of ongoing containment processes, the department has also facilitated discussions with the village council of Tuapa to encourage the community to remove mosquito breeding places.
Right now we are encouraging everyone, not only the residences or the families from Tuapa village, that if they experience fever, joint pains, rash, or pain behind the eyeballs, or bleeding gums, to please come forward and see a doctor immediately. So at the moment we also know that the flu is going around the island, so we can easily mistake flu symptoms with dengue virus. But if you're unsure, you're most welcome to please also come and see the doctor so they can rule you out whether you have the dengue virus or not. We also would like to encourage all the parents to look after our kids, because at the moment we also have a lot of concern from the schools in regards to the students still attending school but they are not well. So this morning the Director General will be meeting with the teachers and the committees in the school to discuss how they would best address if cases in the school. So they would need to inform the parents to bring their kids to see the doctor if they are unwell.
While attempts are being made to contain the dengue fever from spreading further on the island, there has also been cautionary advice for those who travel abroad.
For those of us traveling overseas to attend meetings on behalf of the government or visiting our families in the Pacific Island region, we need to be aware of the countries who have disease outbreaks or outbreak of dengue or Zika or chikungunya right now, to take the necessary precautions. And that is just making sure that you have your insect repellent with you and try to stay in air-conditioned rooms or wear appropriate clothing to protect yourself from getting bitten by mosquitoes. So if you return from overseas and you don't feel well within the first 14 days, you would need to also inform the hospital. But we also have our infectious disease surveillance that we do at the airport, so automatically you would be already on our surveillance system for the 14 days anyway. So we will keep track on you until the 14 days is over to make sure that you don't bring home any infectious diseases with you.
The vector and mosquito spraying programs are ongoing, and people have been reminded that if they feel unwell, they should go to the hospital and seek medical help. A new Deputy New Zealand High Commissioner has been appointed to Niue and arrived last week. Mr. Andre van der Walt worked in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade in the Pacific and Development Group. He replaces the former Deputy New Zealand High Commissioner, Mrs. Jenna Prior, after her 2.5 years of service. Prior to joining IMFAT, Andre worked in the private sector as a monitoring and evaluation consultant. He is originally from South Africa and has worked extensively in health, education and defence sectors. According to Mr. van der Walt, he is looking forward to working with the Niue government and its partner organisations to progress the many projects already underway and to continue building on the good relationship between the governments of Niue and New Zealand. Mr. van der Walt will be the Deputy New Zealand High Commissioner for the next 3 years. Locals are reveling in a new fitness and health regime that mixes in boxing and Muay Thai that has been introduced by a Niuean girl who wants to give back to her community. Niue was home for Corina Folikani for some time as she was growing up, but the move to New Zealand was necessary to further education, opportunities and a different lifestyle. She says she took up Muay Thai in 2013 before transitioning to boxing middle of 2014, where she moved to Rebel Lagar gym under John Conway. At the end of last year, she made the bold move to return home with her family after spending years in New Zealand, and now it is time to share some of what she has learned.
I wanted to come back and bring back and share my knowledge of the fitness here, as well as boxing and Muay Thai as well. I've fought in the ring, boxing and Muay Thai, and I just wanted to maybe have something different for our youth and just people to do here as well. And who knows, maybe end up in the ring one day representing our small island. And also just to help our Pacific Islanders sort of get out of that habit of being, the obese sort of, people. I don't like it when people say that we're the most, overweight people in the, islanders in general, just overweight. So I'm trying to sort of just help our people sort of come away from that.
Corina says the move to Niue was for a lifestyle change and to give her teenage children an opportunity to be raised in Niue in the same environment she grew up in and learn a bit about their culture and heritage. There are a number of fitness and community-based exercise programs that are already being offered, but this is something different for people to try out.
Some people think it's kickboxing, but it's more, it's 8 limbs. So using your 8 limbs in Muay Thai. It's from Thailand. So I was doing Muay Thai for about 4 years for a gym in New Zealand, City Liga. So was with them for 4 years, and I switched to boxing from Muay Thai. So Muay Thai is, when you hear Muay Thai, it's like kickboxing, but it's not. So kickboxing is totally different from Muay Thai. My main goal is to just have a proper gym that's equipped with proper gym equipment, and that for our Niueans just to use, and just to have a proper gym to use for them here. That's the main goal. For now, it's just using what I can, using what I have. And so classes are Mondays. We've got hakupu at 5:30 at the Tuasea Hall. Tuesdays is Tamahotonga. That's 5 o'clock at the Tamahotonga Hall. Wednesdays I've left free for PTs that also I do private sessions that come over home, or do in-home sessions as well. It's up to them, whatever they are comfortable with. Thursdays is Tuapa, that's 5 o'clock. Fridays is a Luffy, that's going to be 5 o'clock as well. And as we go, I'll be introducing more sort of classes, but just for everyone to sort of get used to the boxing, because it's never been done here, of course, proper boxing, and just proper training. So it's just, I just really wanted to come home. This is what I wanted to come and share what I've been taught, and I've been taught from some of New Zealand's best.
Most of what she has done so far has been at her own steam and expense, but the main objective is to get people physically active and fit.
Just to stay fit, really. Stay fit, and just something different for them to do. And just main aim is to stay fit and healthy, and sort of try and change of lifestyle habits mainly. Yeah, I mean, we're islanders, we love our food, but if you want to eat hard, then maybe train hard.
The hope is that these fitness programs will get people to lead healthier lifestyles and minimize non-communicable diseases. And that concludes our news bulletin for this evening. Don't forget to go and check out the Makefu Show Day this coming Saturday.